Well, from everything we've heard so far, Kaidi, this was no accident. Authorities say an inmate started this fire after a guard was attacked. Now, the fire department was called out and they got here quickly and were able to prevent any widespread damage. But critics say this is just another example of the dysfunction happening at Rikers that's putting lives at risk. Dozens of firefighting personnel raced to the Rikers Island Correctional Facility after an inmate sparked a fire that quickly grew out of control, according to a corrections officers union. The lives of hundreds of officers and inmates were at risk when the fire began Friday night. Union officials say the incident started inside the infirmary unit when an inmate splashed an officer in the face with some kind of liquid. A supervisor escorted that officer to a medical clinic for treatment. That's when officials say another inmate took advantage of the disorder by lighting a fire in the infirmary. Thick, dark smoke quickly flooded through the building. 3 corrections officers, 2 captains, and an inmate were injured by breathing in the toxic smoke, according to authorities. It took some 60 firefighters about an hour to get the blaze on Rikers Island under control. According to a Department of Corrections spokesperson, 9 people were in the infirmary unit at the time of the fire. Each one of those 9 has since been accounted for, so nobody escaped or was lost. Rikers Island has been in the headlines recently for a number of deaths, injuries, and problems at the aging correctional facility. City leaders and politicians have been calling for immediate changes to be made. New York City Mayor-elect Eric Adams had this to say about the incident, quote, "If an inmate can start a fire at Rikers, then we have truly lost control. We need additional personnel and investments in infrastructure in addition to significantly more space and resources for mental health treatment, and we need it now." The Union for Officers Working in Our Prisons and Jails, the Corrections Officers Benevolent Association, says the department's failure to hire more officers has turned our jails into ticking time bombs that will explode at any minute. It's time for our elected officials to demand that the Department of Corrections hire the 2,000 officers we desperately need before someone gets killed. This situation, along with just how an inmate was able to get the materials needed to start a fire, is still under investigation. The name of the inmate that started the fire, along with all those injured, have not been released yet. Authorities say they're hopeful everybody will be able to make a full recovery. We're live at Rikers Island. I'm Steve Cooge, PIX 11 News.